Welcome to the Florida Texas A&M postgame live. We're about to have the best postgame show of all time. I don't know if we've ever done as great as work, and I'm dead for the rest of the game. You're gonna have to carry this. I'm done. I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
That's how this game went for Florida. I am being the offense, of course, and then the 2-0 being the defense. But no, offense goes out there, and it looked like the offensive progress was going to continue.
Yeah.
From last week. Our receivers were making great catches. Lagley was throwing the ball down the field. The run game was doing enough. It was mostly passing that was working, we go down 21-14, and then for basically the entire game just stops.
Yeah.
Neither team really gets anything going, but our offense was worse enough that it gave A&M good field position basically the entire game.
Yeah.
We get into that second half, and it felt like A&M had 3 straight possessions where they started inside their own 40 at least. The defense, they struggled early on. A&M's offense, the first drive, they had a 66-yard pass and then 9-yard touchdown run. No, they do that, and then the next 2 drives, pretty much the same success. But then the defense clamps down, and we have a chance in the fourth quarter to win this game or tie this game, but we don't. And Tuno, what is your immediate reaction to this game?
We kind of talked about this off air before we started, but just running out of things to say because it feels like the same rodeo every single week. Because I don't think they were bad tonight by any means. It's kind of, a tale of two halves in either direction for both sides of the ball. Offense, like you said, came out blazing, guns blazing. And looked like we were going to see more of what we saw against Texas, which I think to an extent we did. Even though 3 points after the first quarter, less than ideal. But I will say that I think overall this was more like the Texas offense than the offense we saw earlier in the season. Because I think DJ was still making plays. We saw the receivers out there making plays. But the problem is I just think A&M and Mike Elko, because he's such a good defensive mind, and also just the players they have, was able to throw more. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Cassius Howell, can we just talk about...
was the best player in this game.
100%, and he absolutely cooked Austin Barber. He cooked Austin Barber all night long. And I'm not trying to throw Barber under the bus because he's not the reason Florida lost, but I think it's just hard to be successful on offense when DJ's getting blindside sacked quickly. Now, granted, DJ's own pocket presence still not great. DJ on the move, he's a totally different quarterback when he's actually in the pocket, has a good platform to throw from versus when he has to move at all. And I don't know what that's about. It's weird for a guy who kind of made his bones as a prospect, not necessarily being a dual threat guy, but with his, being able to move, what he did outside of structure, outside of the pocket. And right now, he just looks abysmal trying to do that. He cannot set and plant, and he's throwing jump balls. It's not looking good. But I think the offense made plays, and then you look at the defense, tightened up for sure, stopped the run, which I'll be honest, I think Le'Veon Moss getting injured on the second series of the game, third series of the game, that played a big role because he was gashing you. I think he had 9 yards of carry when he left. And
does it change a lot though? Because it felt like it wasn't plays where the running backs could make much happen. Our defense definitely was surrounding the ball more on those runs.
That's fair, but it is hard for me to ignore that the better of the two running backs who was gashing you goes out and all of a sudden the run game's not working. I'm sure they would have tightened up against it either way.
Yeah.
I still think secondary, there are some concerns here too. Castell, he made that huge pick that kind of allowed Florida to stay in the game. He was also responsible for, I think, all 3 in some way, at least, of A&M's first 3 touchdowns. He was at least in there doing something wrong. I'm not sure he was the primary person responsible, but out of position, missing tackles, whatever it be. Cormani, again, beat a couple times. They missed. I think more missed opportunities for A&M's offense, kind of like Arch last week. Marcel Reed overthrew a wide open touchdown at least once. I feel like maybe twice.
I know of at least once. I don't know about twice.
Yeah. Though. I remember one specifically, and then there's one I feel like I vaguely remember early in the game, but I'm not going to die on that hill because I can't specifically remember it. I mean,
don't make money. Stand your ground.
was that
Scared money, stand your ground.
scared money don't make money? That's true. Scared money, okay. Scared money don't make money. Except, can we just talk about some of the decisions Billy Napier made in this game? It's like,
I want to say one thing.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I'm kind of rambling.
So Cassius Howell coming into the season was someone that people were like, hey, he could take a jump. I know PFF updated their big board this like a week in the past week. They have Cassius Howell at number 19. And I mean, they have Ruben Bain at number 1. So we've now faced 2 top 20 prospects for both of the edge position. I mean, Howell was way better than Barber. But is Mississippi State going to have someone on Howell's level? I don't think so. Do we play anyone else this year who's on even close to that level? Because no one for Miss State, no one for Georgia. Georgia's pass rush has been non-existent this year.
I mean, Kentucky. Like Ole Miss, like Centarian Perkins can do that, but that's not like his MO necessarily, but he's capable of doing it. That's the one that comes to mind. There's none that come to mind for Tennessee. None for Georgia either, which is kind of crazy to say because usually that's like the thing that Georgia has, but not so much this year. I think Georgia's beatable. I don't know if they're beatable by us, but they're beatable.
Address a little comments before we get into some of the decision makings.
Yeah.
Our biggest fan, JLB, with his classic "Hello, Tyler."
Yep.
Happy Saturday, Daniel Berry. I mean, maybe Sunday will be better because we have a team that actually wins games playing on Sunday. The Jaguars.
That's right. We do.
Kenny Roberts. Hey guys, please tell me he didn't make it to the locker room.
I'm afraid to say he probably did, Kenny. And I would also just say, like, if you're holding your breath for something to happen tomorrow, I'd say probably don't do that because I don't think anything's gonna happen tomorrow. We can get into that more later, but I'd probably say I don't think there's anything happening this week.
I'm at a point to where when it happens, it happens. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened tomorrow, but I'm not expecting it to happen tomorrow.
I mean, at this point, I'd say it's probably shaping up to happen after Georgia. I mean, truthfully, would it like surprise you if things kind of continue on this path and he still gets to coach, if not through FSU, at least through like Ole Miss or something? Like, I don't think they're like gonna do this early. I really don't.
I mean, we'll see. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I think we beat Mississippi State as of now.
I probably still think so too. I think that could be a tough
if we get embarrassed by Georgia,
us.
It would happen after Georgia.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen after Georgia, I don't think any of our last 3 opponents are that good. I mean, Tennessee offense has the capability to, if our defense just has a bad day and the offense is the offense, maybe they could put us out of our misery. But if it doesn't happen by the Georgia game, then it might not happen for a little bit.
No, I mean, I think if you lose to Mississippi State next week and you're 2-5, then you're in an untenable position. It's going to happen, especially ahead of a bye. 100% it'll be done.
Yep.
Again, I mean, I'll see how, sleep on it tonight and see how I feel tomorrow. I'm probably still inclined to pick Florida to beat Mississippi State. Just because I think, look, I mean, I think we've seen Florida's not a bad team, and that's what makes this so frustrating. Because it's clearly not a bad team.
Yeah, we just went on the road to a top 5 team, and we had the ball at their 50-ish yard line with like 7 minutes left. I mean, we had plenty of opportunities to win this game. We have the talent. We have the players. I mean, do we have players? Yeah, we have the players. It's really just coaching, man. I mean, if you saw Billy's face towards the end, you saw a man that knew his time was officially done. I feel like we saw that after the Miami game too. And then
I feel like that's Billy's face in every loss.
Yeah.
Like in every loss we've taken for the last 2-3 years.
We're at the bottom. I thought I'd never see that. At the bottom of what?
Like, I think like he's saying rock bottom. I mean,
okay.
2-4. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if because I know 1-3 was the worst start since 86 or whatever. I'm not sure when the last time Florida was 2-4. Because they won, because it was 83, they won. They also won like Florida did last week, I think, after a 1-3 start, or 86 or whatever.
Matthew here. We bought him 3 to 4 weeks. Matthew, that's Texas.
Yeah, and then y'all go out and beat Oklahoma soundly, even with John Mateer. Classic, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that game kind of, maybe Texas scored a couple more points, but that game kind of went how I thought it would.
It went how I thought it would if Mateer didn't play. I'm a little surprised it went the way it did with Mateer playing.
Kenny Roberts, it needs to happen now. Just get it over with.
I mean, I agree, Kenny. Like I've been out on him. I've been out on him in the sense that I didn't think he was the guy for a pretty long time now. I've been ready to fire him since USF. I just knowing the way this admin operates, I just wouldn't expect that to happen now.
All right, Tyler, get on your scared money don't make money complaints.
Yeah,
here.
well, it's just like I just don't understand a lot of the things Billy chooses to do in game. Like, and I mean, there's just a few off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more that I would remember, notice on a rewatch. But like the ones that come to mind, it's like there was the one earlier in the game where when they kicked the field goal to in the third quarter. I guess it wasn't that early in the game. It was in the third quarter when they kicked the field goal to make it 17. So you run on 3rd and 8, I believe. And it works pretty well. You get like 6 yards. It gets you to 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
And then Billy kicks. I don't hate the decision to kick there because I understand you get it back to a 1-score game. What I don't get is the running on 3rd down if your plan is to kick, even if you get it within the range where mathematically you should go on 4th down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to kick anyway, like, why are you running on 3rd down? I mean, because it would have been, I think if you didn't get those yards, it would have been like a 51-yard field goal. Yep. So it's like would have been well within smacks. It wasn't like you needed those yards to get into range.
No.
And then he makes the opposite decision later in the game. And not quite the opposite decision, but run on 3rd and 5. Don't get it. 3rd and 6. Don't get anything. And then choose to go for it instead of pinning them deep. You don't get it because DJ makes a bad throw. And then you give them the ball on the edge of field goal range with a chance to put the game away. There's no consistency. Then talk about throwing a screen on every 3rd down. Like obviously the one that sticks out is the 3rd and long, where you throw a screen that was never going to work to Vernell Brown, and then he fumbles anyway, and you give them the ball on the edge of the red zone. It's just like, I just do not understand the way Billy approaches game management. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you know what sucks on that 3rd and 6 where we ran it? We had good blocking. Hayden Hansen just jumped in Ball's way. I don't know if you noticed that, but Ball had a pretty clear path to where he's getting 4 or 5 yards, no contact. Yeah. And then, it's Jaden Ball could probably fight for another yard or two right there to get that first down or make it 4th and inches at most there. And Hayden Hansen kind of just gets in his way. And it's really that thing about the tight ends. Like tight ends just make the most unopportune plays at the wrong times.
Hey, Amir Jackson had a touchdown tonight.
He did have on the first drive, 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown, right?
Yep. On 2 targets, 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
Oh yeah, the other one was also, because I think his other target was on that 2nd and 6. Lagway threw it real quickly to him, and it was pretty inaccurate, ill-advised pass. Yeah, ill-advised pass there, and it's incomplete. So. Shout out to Amir Jackson. But tight ends making plays just not making the right plays at the right time there. And it's really come back to bite us. I mean, getting into a bit on A&M's defense, their offense. Their offensive line is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, our defensive line is good, but we don't have any playmakers right now. No,
I think this is the game. Yes, but this is the game where you really felt not having Caleb Banks, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think this is the one where it really, because it hasn't really impacted you to this point. Not having, obviously he's a game changer, but they've held their own without him. This was the game where really you needed Caleb Banks in this game because disruption was hard, and Marcel Reed, can get out of structure and do things either with his leg or just throwing out of the pocket. So yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah, I mean, even at the early 4th, late 3rd quarter, when we had probably gotten 4 or 5 stops in a row at that point, it still felt like A&M was controlling us even on offense, even they're going 3 and out. I had no excuse me, I still like pretty no faith that we would end up getting stops there. And A&M had a couple drops in this game. I mean, we just make the one-on-one tackles at the right time. Like, I feel like this A&M offense should have done better tonight, and our defense made the right plays at the right times. And until they couldn't anymore, until the offense gave them like 5 straight possessions inside their own 50, basically.
I mean, they can't. You can't get mad at them. Sorry, you're saying you can't get mad at them for not like staying sturdy when the offense is just going 3 and out over and over again. I mean, it's the same thing earlier this year. Like, they're going to give eventually. I mean, I still want to give them credit. Sorry, go ahead.
Castell should have returned that pick for 109 yards for a pick 6.
That's what they needed.
Not because the offense did all they had to do already in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, the defense, like, did really do a nice job of settling in. I mean, you can't absolve them because they gave up 21 points in the first quarter and 5 minutes or whatever, however quick A&M scored that 3rd touchdown. So, I mean, you're not likely to win games when you're spotting them 21 points that quickly. But, I mean, with that being said, with the way that they were hitting balls down the field, the way they were running, the way Marcel Reed was making plays, like, with his legs, it looked like we were in for a repeat of what they did last year. I mean, I literally was just getting flashbacks of last year in the swamp. So, I mean, credit to the defense for settling in and not letting that happen. Like I said, I think Le'Veon Moss getting hurt, I think hurt them a lot. And I also just think Marcel Reed just, again, a quarterback Florida, played and lost to that I wasn't particularly impressed with. I don't think he was like fantastic in this game. But
he was good early, but then.
Yeah, avoided critical mistakes, but like, I mean, the Castell pick was pretty bad. I mean, that was a pretty bad decision, and probably would have been a costly decision if Florida wasn't just completely out of it on offense at that point in the game. 1 and 11 on 3rd down. My God, I didn't even see that until just now.
Yeah, 1 and 11. They've now only given up 2 third downs in the past 3 games, all against SEC opponents. That A&M defense has really locked in since they gave up over 200 rushing yards to UTSA.
Yeah. No, I think that was a pretty good defense. I mean, because you saw like there were plays there and DJ was hitting them to an extent, but they adjusted. I mean, and that's what I said, like, and that's why I lost confidence. Like you said, you didn't really have faith at any point for a lot of that game. And I kind of felt that way after A&M scored to go up 21-14, just because it was like, okay, this is a shootout right now, but we're about to go into halftime. Who do I trust more to make the correct adjustments in the second half, Ron Roberts or Mike Elko? And the answer to that question is Mike Elko. And that's kind of what we saw. Though I don't want to like
Roberts, like they did.
Though they did adjust well, but I would just like, there was like no doubt in my mind Elko was going to adjust and start taking some of that stuff away. And they did. I mean, and also Cassius Howell just had a phenomenal game, like we talked about earlier.
But I have a quote from Billy Napier that's going to intrigue you here. So Napier was asked about going for it on 4th down after the Castell interception. He said, I think the analytics would say at that point you go for it. But in general, that's when you think about. The analytics, in fact, do not say you go for it.
There's no way. It was like 4th and 6. The analytics almost never tell you to go
similar down and distance. Yeah. In similar down and distance from that spot, you have about a 30.6% success rate on those type of plays.
That makes no sense. I mean, like, that's the thing that drives me crazy about Billy is like, I mentioned the scared money don't make money, but it's not like there's no aggressiveness from him. It's just the times in which he chooses to be aggressive often make like no sense to me at all. And then he's not aggressive in times where I feel like you should be. And I mean, like, can we talk about end of half? Again, you burn a ton of time off. You burn a ton of time off and then get stopped and throw incompletions and give them. I mean, luckily Elko kind of pulled a Billy there and just didn't even try with 2 timeouts because they were leading.
It was only like 20 seconds.
It was like 27 seconds with 2 timeouts. I mean, the way they were moving the ball, you hit 2 quick plays, you're in field goal range potentially. I mean, I get why he played that conservative because they were playing pretty well and had kind of settled in on defense. But I'm just saying, you drain all that clock, so you like take away the opportunity to score yourself, but you don't drain enough that you keep them from getting the ball and you don't burn their timeouts. It's just every week, man. It's every single week that we're talking about these kind of things. I mean, we've only been doing this show since about this time last year, but if we had been doing it going back into 23 and 22, we'd be having these same conversations.
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, I mean, have we lost a game like this one before in the Napier tenure?
Like how so? Like lost? What do you mean lost a game like this one?
Like, if you look at our big road games, have they always, like, against ranked opponents, were they always like blowouts, or were they games that we should have won or could have won? I should say.
What are you? Are you
I
saying?
guess.
Are you calling this a blowout? Or are you saying this is one we should have won? I mean, we lost by 3
This is
scores.
one we could have won. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I class this really
LSU.
similarly to how I class Miami, except the offense played a little bit better in this game. But it was like same vibe. It was never out of reach, but we were kind of getting dominated where it matters in this game. Or it was never out of reach until the end, I should say.
Texas A&M's band playing "We Won't Back Down" in the 2-minute timeout.
Look, you open yourself up to getting trolled like that when you're bad and losing games is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's really at a point where there's nothing really else to talk about with Napier. Like,
no, I mean, do you agree that, like, I mean, I like, because, you know, there were a lot of people, including some of y'all in our chat, and we love you, but, you know, a lot of people doing what if we won SEC loss? What if you win out, you're 9-3, you win the SEC, you're 10-3. Like, it's just, there was a lot of that. And I think I mean, like I said, I don't think he's going to get fired tomorrow, but I think this was the death knell for the Billy Napier tenure, because I think he had to win this game. Realistically, I think he had to win this game to get things on track to go in the direction they would need to for him to save his job. Like, I don't think he necessarily needed to win out. Like, I think he probably would, if he won out from here, survive. But I think it's just, look, it's clear what happened last week is not leading to some sort of magical run. The problems this team has are still there. They're playing better. They're playing better than they did against South Florida and LSU and Miami, no doubt. But the problems are still there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know what to say. Interesting fact here. Mike Elko was hired the same year Billy Napier was, but when he was at Duke.
That's a crazy thought. Elko was good enough. See, this is why I'm sorry. Do not let anybody tell you it takes 4 years to become a winning program anywhere. I mean, okay, not anywhere, but at a job of this caliber, or like even a tier or two below it. Like, Elko went into Duke, was good enough to parlay that job after 2 years into this one. And in year 2 in this one, he's got them as a playoff contender. Like, I'm sorry, man. This is A&M. Florida has more 11-win seasons in the last 20 years or whatever than A&M does. Like, there's nothing special about this program. There's nothing.
Well, they have a lot of oil money.
They do have a lot of oil money, but like that hasn't yielded a roster that's significantly more talented than Florida's is right now. Like, paper, talent composites, like it's pretty similar, at least when you look at the starters. Because I think Florida's talent takes a bit of a dip once you get past like the 1 and 2 deep, but the starting level talent is competitive with almost anybody in the country.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure A&M is literally one spot below us or above us.
Yeah.
In the 247 talent roster. So yeah, there's no real difference between us and them. Something interesting I was actually also looking at earlier with the Ole Miss versus the Washington State game being close.
Yeah.
Who do you think has a larger talent gap, Florida and USF or Ole Miss and Washington State?
I would have to say almost definitely Ole Miss and Washington State.
Yeah,
right?
it's
close.
You
have to, because South Florida still gets some good 3 stars. They steal a 4-star every now and then. Like, Wazoo can't be doing that, especially just location wise, like where they're at. Like, there's
now that they're not in the Pac-12 or anything like that.
Yeah,
anymore, so.
Even honestly,
or they are.
Even when they were, I would probably guess South Florida at its best was probably still potentially out recruiting them. And that's a guess. I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I don't know about back then. Maybe. I don't know about back then, though. But it raised the question, is Lane Kiffin still the guy?
Yeah. I mean, look, is Is there a Cignetti conversation to be had now after what they did today? Like, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, if it was possible, but I don't think that's possible.
Why?
I've heard. Well, one, I've heard the buyout is like over $10 million.
I mean, it's like 10
And
exactly. I mean, it's not ideal, but if you think he's the guy, I mean, look, if Sig's not an option, Lane is absolutely still a
guy. Plus, I heard he just wants to stay up north.
Yeah, which again, maybe, but I still think you offer him 12 million and make him say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what? So what are you paying then at that point? Because Billy's buyout is what, 19 million right now?
Yeah, 20-ish, I think.
20-ish,
probably pushing 35 all told with assistant buyouts, right? 30 to 35.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I mean, we have 30, a couple 35. Assistants making over $1 million.
Yeah. Few. So then you have to pay another 10 million plus for just Cignetti's buyout.
Yeah.
So that puts you 40, 45. And then plus that 12 you said, that's over 60.
Yeah.
And then you also have to pay the rest of his assistants. And then you also have to field a near $20 million football roster.
Mm-hmm.
Over $20 million now at this point, football roster. So
I guess to me, it's like, it's a sunk cost thing though. Cause it's like, you're already spending. I mean, we're at the point where the 35 is just to get, you're spending that. Cause I think we both agree he's done. So it's just a matter of, if you think Sig is the guy, 10 million is worth it. The reason I still prefer Lane is because I think he's cheaper and younger and just could, be more than a 5 or 6 year solution, which granted, if Florida can be good and competitive for 5-6 years, that's still an improvement from where we're at right now. So
here's a quote you're going to like. I'm just going to say the first 5 words here from Billy Napier.
I'm scared.
There is no quick fix here.
You got that right. I mean, you can't argue with that. He's correct. He's absolutely correct.
I just thought that was funny from earlier when you're saying, hey, don't get someone who tells you need 4 years to rebuild.
No, I mean, granted, I don't think it was as easy to flip it in 1 year when Billy started as it is right now. So I'm not like holding it against him that he didn't have them like super elite in 2022 or whatever. But I mean, shouldn't have been a step back in year 2. Shouldn't have been. I mean, I don't know what you call what last year was. I mean, looking more like a flash in the pan the further removed we get from it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, it's just, I mean, look, man, I mean, I don't know what Billy's supposed to say at this point, but like, got a losing record in year 4. And it's, what is it now? 21 and 23?
Something like that. That sounds about right. And it looks like Georgia just put the Auburn game to rest. 20-10 lead for them now. So
yeah.
Hey, at least FSU lost to Pitt.
That was pretty funny. They're not good. I mean, they're not very good.
No,
they have some problems.
That fluke win earlier today. I mean, their fluke win over Bama.
1. Yeah. That one just looks, every week we get removed from it, looks more like just one of those bizarre, inexplicable,
just one of those days
performances, especially week 1, because you see that all the time in week 1. And I mean, I think I kind of feel the same way to an extent about the way Ohio State struggled with Texas. They won that game, but like, I think Ohio State's a really good team. It's a little surprising that game was even as close as it was, although obviously Texas big win today.
Is LSU? No, never mind. Okay, they're gonna win.
They were up. It was 17-10 last I saw, but
it's 20-10 now.
Oh man, yeah. Nuss threw a pretty bad pick earlier in that game, but I haven't paid a ton of attention. I think Lenoris has thrown at least like 2 as well, at least for sure 1. I think maybe 2.
Not a pretty football game, and is South Carolina gonna make a bowl game?
I'd have to look at their schedule, but I know their schedule is brutal.
So they're about to be 3-3. Yeah. So they host Oklahoma next week, they host Oklahoma next week. I'm gonna say that's a loss.
I'd probably lean loss, but I'm closer to toss up at home.
And then they have a bye week before welcoming in Alabama.
Yeah, that's a loss.
So 3-5. Then they go to Ole Miss.
Loss probably.
So 3-6. Then they go to A&M.
Loss probably. Yeah,
so that's 3-7.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
And then Coastal and Clemson.
They'll win both. They should win both of those. I mean, Clemson. I won't say should win. Clemson. I won't say should.
Clemson's a talented football team.
They are. I mean, I don't put any stock in them beating the brakes off Boston College. Boston College is terrible.
Oh, no.
Same with North Carolina last week. So, like, look, if I need to see Clemson come out and like beat FSU by 17, and then I'll be like, okay, they're still pretty good. They're still pretty good. But until then,
I just watched Lenora Sellers check down for a 4-yard halfback. His halfback check down for 4 yards on 4th and 14.
That's awesome. That's sick. I love that. Just not even trying, like not even giving yourself a chance. Like I'd rather you throw into triple coverage than do that.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Who fires their coach first, Florida or Auburn?
Florida. I don't think Hugh Freeze is getting fired this year, honestly. I really don't.
So here's the thing. I think if you look at the whole season, I still think they might probably make a bowl game.
Auburn, I think Auburn's like decent. I think Auburn's in line to have the kind of season he needs.
Well, they're about to be 3-3, and they're about to play 14 or Missouri. Do you think they beat Missouri?
I think they can. I think they can beat Missouri. I'm not sure I'd pick them, but I think Auburn has proven like they've competed in all these games. Like it's not like they're a bad team getting embarrassed. So I'd probably pick them to win a handful of these down the stretch. I mean, I don't know. He needs
after a loss to Missouri, where they're 3-4.
No, they won't. It's still in the middle of year 3. I mean, I think if they miss a bowl, I think he has to make a bowl. And I think if he does, he probably gets year 4. He is it is a really like eerily similar trajectory to Billy Napier. Like almost, I mean, actually would be exactly the same had Billy won today. Their records or I guess not exact. Never mind. But because his record through the first 2 seasons was exactly the same as Billy's through the first 2 seasons. They were both
I saw that. Yeah,
they were both 6-7, 5-7.
Yep. It's just, it sucks to see Billy Billy fail here. It was such an exciting hire, young hire, and it's like, hey, we thought he was gonna bring some discipline that we hadn't had since Muschamp.
Yeah.
The Muschamp team have discipline. I mean,
yeah, I think so. Like, I don't remember those teams feeling like they were like really poorly coached. We just couldn't figure out the offense.
Yeah, it's gonna figure out the offense. Yeah, so just gonna get the right OC hire, and he made different multiple attempts, right? I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he had 3 in 4 years. 3 OCs in 4 years. Yeah, he tried. No, he tried. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'll respect Muschamp for that. He recognized a problem and he tried to fix it. It just didn't work out. And I think that's
Muschamp also didn't call offensive plays.
No, he didn't. And that makes it a tougher dynamic. But that is, I think, the frustrating thing about Billy, because you talk about like the excitement we had when he got hired. I think a lot of that was warranted because I think Billy has legitimately done things organizationally in terms of like modernizing our talent acquisition department in ways that have helped the roster get better. I think the whoever takes over this team, assuming it doesn't just get absolutely gutted in the portal, whoever takes over this team will be taking over a better situation than what Billy took over. So he gets credit for that, but I mean, ultimately he's going to fail because of just some things he couldn't get over. Some, whether it's calling plays or just in general, refusing to kind of adapt and recognize like, hey, this isn't working. I need to try something different. It was always a belief that doing it his way was going to work out. And that just has gotten us where we are. to quote him, it's gotten us where we are.
Billy Napier has more top 25 road wins while at Louisiana than he did at Florida. And he had so many more attempts here.
He doesn't even have a winning record road win here.
Yeah.
His losses are 5, or his wins are 5-7 A&M with like a bunch of starters out with the flu. 5-7 South Carolina, 2-10 Mississippi State, and 2-10 FSU. Those are his 4 road wins in 4 years.
Just wait, he's gonna go and beat Ole Miss because he has to beat Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. I don't think he's making it to Ole Miss. But
you think we're gonna get blown out by Georgia or lose to Mississippi State?
I don't think we'll get blown out by Georgia. I think
it's enough though.
Yeah, because then you'd be 3-5. It's like Because at that point, what are you playing for? Like, best case scenario, you win out and it's another miracle 8-5 season. Like, that's the best case scenario. You know
Finishing
what I mean?
tied third in the SEC.
Yeah, it's just, and to kind of go back to what Diego was saying, should have fired him last year. I mean, I think that is part of the thing, like why I've been adamant about like Florida should fire Billy Napier. Because like, if you decide a guy's not the guy, I don't think you really want to give him because Florida kind of gave him enough of a leash last year to get it right enough to save his job. But if you've decided a guy's not the guy, like, I don't know if you want to give him that opportunity.
Yeah, a loss to Mississippi State should be the end. At least if we lose Mississippi State, it would be over. But I mean, if the team comes out and plays like they did today, I would expect us to beat Mississippi State.
I mean, I think we're a better team. I think we're clearly a better looking team than Mississippi State. That doesn't mean, Billy's had home flops against teams we're better than. See 2023 Arkansas. So, I mean, it can happen.
2025 South Florida.
Sorry. Yeah, true. Yeah. So, yeah, I saw someone I know posed, like, would Billy be 12-0 if all of his games were at the Swamp? I'm like, he lost to South Florida 4 weeks ago in the Swamp.
JLB, you guys always have a great show. Thank you very, very much, JLB.
Appreciate you tuning in and always being there at the jump to say hi. We appreciate that.
His first loss at Florida was in the Swamp to Kentucky. Although there are some extenuating circumstances about that game that I don't want to get into. About Anthony Richardson.
I don't even know what you're referring to there.
Yeah, I won't get into that on here, but yeah. Scooter Magruder tweeted, Billy Napier heard the slander about his play calling. That was early in the game. He then responded, he didn't do anything about it, but I heard he heard it. He said they had to evaluate it. They have to evaluate the play calling, and after a quick evaluation, he realized that it's the best for Florida that he calls plays.
Crazy. I love when I do an evaluation and end up deciding that the thing I always wanted to do was the right move. I love when I do that.
Oh, right. You grade your own paper and you give yourself 100%.
Yeah. Just, like people who are just like, my gut feeling is telling me this. It's like, wow, your gut completely agrees with what you wanted to do the whole time anyway. Like, wow, that's crazy how that works.
Philip Burney, love your content. Go Gators. Hey, go Gators. I mean, hopefully we'll see some action here. I mean, we'll be live again tomorrow night if Billy does, by some God's grace, get fired tomorrow morning. If we see that Pete Thamel tweet hit, I mean, I think I got to turn the notification bell on for Pete Thamel.
It would genuinely surprise me. Like, I will be very pleasantly surprised if we see a Pete Thamel tweet tomorrow. I'm not saying it's 0%, but I would be surprised.
Let me turn those notifications on for Pete Thamel right now, actually, just in case.
Yeah, good call.
He hasn't tweeted in 2 hours. Maybe he's getting the story ready.
Yep. Pete Thamel tweets very sporadically. Like, he posts like a lot of news, but he'll go a long time without tweeting sometimes.
Yeah. All of his recent tweets are just about Northwestern beating Penn State.
Diego, I would say the fact that they ended up making it a 3-score win makes me say it's a little bit higher than basically a non-existent chance. Like, if this had been a 24-17 loss, no chance. I don't think the margin matters that much, but for perception, I mean, do you think he would have gotten fired if Florida lost this game 38-3? He probably gets fired tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, I mean, the margin matters to an extent.
Yeah, margins it's pretty important, more than A&M scoring a touchdown at the end instead of kicking a field goal. I don't think that's a difference. Being fired. It's not necessarily the margin. It's how the game looks.
Yeah.
There's a world where we convert that 4th and 6, score a touchdown, tie this game in. Maybe A&M wins it by 1 score. Maybe we go to overtime. Maybe all that happens. And
yeah,
one play. That's a 1-play difference theoretically there from happening. So it's not necessarily the margin. It's kind of how the game looks.
The problem is they all kind of look like this. If Billy doesn't have a lot of examples where they just come out and just get outclassed and get absolutely destroyed. It's happened. Miami last year, sort of A&M last year. I mean, A&M last year didn't end up being quite as ugly as it felt.
We lost by less points last year to A&M than we did this year.
Did we? What was the final score last year?
33-20.
Wow, you're right. I forgot we got like a garbage time score or something like that.
It's not even. We had the ball down 13 points with like 4 minutes left, but Pierto tripped and slipped when Lagley was throwing it to him, which made the ball go straight into the DB's hands. Like there's a world, because I think we scored like our last like 2 possessions. There's a world where we get a touchdown there and kick in the onside.
Yeah. So I mean, really, it's just the Miami game is the only one that comes to mind where like the margin and just the way the game felt were both horrendous. So it's like at some point when all the games are like this and you're losing all of them or almost all of them, it doesn't really matter how the games look. You know what I mean? Like you can use that excuse if you're winning them at a 60, 70% rate, but he's not even doing that. So
no.
Yeah.
Barber was either injured or he played the worst game of his life.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to
Barber did not play a good game, but I mean, Howell's also, again, going to be a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL draft.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was, again, I don't want to speculate on like his health or motivation or whatever, but like he just did not, it wasn't even like, best on best and Howell just won. Like he looked off. Like he just looked like he was lost. And like, yeah, I mean, tight end help would have helped too. Would also help if Florida just had better tight ends in general. Also didn't have Livingston in this game.
Was that a plus?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a plus.
Does Livingston drop the touchdown pass that Amir Jackson caught?
Perhaps. I don't know who's the better blocker between the two. I don't know if Livingston would have been any help on those plays where Barber was just getting beat one-on-one off the edge.
Yeah, I also couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
There was one of the board members who just retired, left, whatever it was the other day. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, you're talking about Chip Howard? The deputy AD? The deputy AD, yeah.
I was told that's a positive for us. For that's something that gives it more of a chance for Billy to be fired as of tomorrow.
I would also just say, like, that is the kind of move that you're going to see in the revenue sharing era because teams are trying to save money however they can. And just kind of general, like a corporate thing. Like if you're trying to save money, you're going to fire or not. I mean, sorry, he retired, but you're going to get rid of contracts with older, more experienced people that are making the most money. You know what I mean? Like those are the people that's where you can save the money is by getting rid of those deals. So I kind of read it in that sense too. I can't really speak to like what it implies for like the philosophy of the athletic department moving forward, but I kind of took it as a cash saving measure, but maybe what you're saying is true as well.
If you want to hear how Facebook's reacting, so this is under a Fire Billy Napier group. Justin Dancy posted, "We beat Texas and they beat undefeated Oklahoma today." Oh, whoops. We played A&M very closely on the road. Billy is most definitely improving as a coach. He's a great recruiter and a good man. We are so close to being elite again, and Billy should be given an extension ASAP to keep the ball. I don't know if this is trolling from a rival fan base, someone trolling to cope, or if this is somebody serious. The fact that it's coming from Facebook leads me to believe it might be something serious.
I can't do this anymore, man. I can't do this. I can't do another week. I can't do another week of this. I can't take it anymore. It's year 4, man. I mean, again, I don't think the team is in like an awful spot. Like you ask, is this rock bottom? Like, no, Florida's had worse teams than this. They've been in worse situations than this. I mean, even the 2-4, I mean, because of the schedule, this might end up being one of the worst records we've had, but I think this is not, this is not even close to the same ballpark as how bad like the 2017 team was.
No. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
horrible.
They might end up with about the same record, so he's clearly got the team in the right spot, but it's just like year 4, you're out of excuses. You got to win games. You got to win at least one of these on the road. You got to win one of these tough road games, or not even tough. Win a road game against a 7-5 team. I mean, come on.
Are we going to play a road game against a 7-5 team?
Unless Kentucky really goes on a magical run here, then no.
They would probably have to beat us to go 7-5.
Yeah.
I mean, even then. So it's like, yeah, but no, I think it's about about time for us to wrap this up because we will be live tomorrow night. Is there any other final thoughts you have for yourself?
Just par for the course, man, for the Napier. Like a lot of good things tonight. Like not like you don't walk away. Like if this were year one, I would be like, man, that's frustrating. But like they've got something here. Like they could there's stuff to build, there's things to build on with this performance. But it's not year one, it's year 4 and you're 2-4. Had to win out for any like even slim chances of like being a playoff team or whatever. That's not happening now. So I think look, I mean, I think it's really clear where we're at now. It's a question of when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's gonna happen at some point. But hey, thanks everybody who tuned in for this late night show. We will be live again tomorrow around 7:00 EST as always. Preview the Texas A&M game. Is there anything else to talk about? What else we're going to talk about.
That's the most frustrating thing. Yeah, these Sunday shows have been tough since like the USF game because they've all kind of been like, when is it going to happen? And then we talk about that for a few minutes, but there's not a ton to say. Like, there's not a ton to say at this point. Obviously, last week was different because we won and there was some optimism and some, hey, like here's what could happen here. But now we'll get ready for, we'll recap more of this game. We'll get ready for Mississippi State. Beyond that, it feels like a waiting game here, honestly, because you're not really playing for much at this point.
Top 5 best Billy Napier games in the Florida Napier, most fun Billy Napier games in the Florida in the Billy Napier tenure. That's it.
What the things we'll remember, the 5 moments we'll remember most fondly of the Billy Napier era.
Yeah, number 1. 10 men on the field goal blocking.
Doing it like not disingenuously, like being serious. What would be your number 1? Like, I don't even. I'm struggling.
Probably the Amari Burney pick against Utah.
Oh yeah, true. Man, that's 100. No, you're 100% right. That's what it is, and it was literally week 1, year 1. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe the dart pick, Dart throwing like 3 interceptions in 2 minutes. That was pretty cool as well.
Des Watson taking the ball from Spencer Rattler, or was it the running back?
No, I think it was Rattler, but like low key, because no one talks about it because you get that play of him stiff arming Rattler or whatever.
Yeah,
Rattler kind of brought him down. I don't know how he managed to do that. No one like talks about that element of the play. It was Desmond letting himself get tripped up by Spencer Rattler, but that happened.
And then, of course, the top play of all time. AR to Dejon Reynolds, 75-yard touchdown pass against Vanderbilt. As everyone remembers.
Literally, I'm not kidding when I tell you 0 recollection of that play.
Do you remember AR threw for 400 yards against Vandy and we put up, what was this? 24-30, I think was the final score of that game.
And then he threw it like 20 yards out the back of the end zone on the Hail Mary.
Yep.
Because he also threw for like 400 yards against Tennessee too, right? Like AR had some banger games that year. He didn't have a very good year overall, but there were.
It was just so inconsistent.
There were moments, yeah.
But no, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit a like button on the video. The more likes we get, the more likely Billy Napier is to get fired. Don't fact check that with.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. He's got to trust.
We can't actually promise that legally, but maybe it will.
Maybe we can. Don't quote us on that, but no. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7:00 for Florida Gators Live, episode 50. I think it's 50. But have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Gators.